clear.
Go.
We're in the clear. Give him a round of
So,
applause.
I do another introduction, I guess.
Yeah, quickly.
Yeah, all right. So, I started playing when the game came out. I didn't watch streams for beta keys because I was kind of lazy. But yeah, I started when the game came out, but I switched a lot of games. Like, I played Apex Legends, I played Rainbow Six Siege, I played Overwatch 2, Overwatch 1, and like a lot of games.
Hmm.
And now I got back to Valorant.
Awesome. Well, welcome back. What's your rank right now?
My rank is Platinum 1 right
Platinum
now.
1. Okay. Awesome. Let's get you
Yes.
in there.
My goal is to go pro.
Goal is to go pro. I love it. Cool.
Yes, yes, yes.
I love it. Why pro? What's important about pro?
Good team play, good comms, and good chemistry, I believe.
But why is it important to go pro? Why not just be a regular player? Why do you need to be a pro?
I mean, I don't know. It has been my dream for long, and I don't really see myself working a 9 to 5 job, so
Okay.
might as well just try myself go pro in games.
That's sort of where I'm at too. I mean, like I really love my job being a personal trainer, but I really enjoy gaming as well. And this is like an opportunity now that I've done this, this coaching thing that things might be able to tip in the favor of being able to be a full-time content creator eventually. So
Yeah,
it's,
yeah. Streaming is also, and content creating is also a way
hmm well, you don't necessarily have
that
to be,
that is possible for me.
you don't have to necessarily be pro either
Yeah,
to do
yeah.
content creation and all that. It's just a
I know,
matter
I
of,
know.
yeah, it's just a matter.
I just really enjoy competing, and I
Mhm.
feel like that every match that I go in is a new opportunity and everything is new. And like a 9 to 5 job doesn't really give me that new things. Like I just get bored of it pretty easily, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Like programming is pretty good and I've learned it for a lot of years, but I feel like it's just too boring
I hear you.
to
Yeah, I actually did
do.
programming for a little while too, and I wanted to shoot myself every time I was doing like
Yeah,
Hello
yeah,
World Java stuff back in the day. So
yeah.
yeah, I hear you. What are the things you feel you struggle with the most in this game?
I think I struggle with game sense and just utility usage most of the times
Okay, when you
because
carry on.
I started to play with like 5 stack teams in
Hmm.
scrims. I tried myself out, and the main thing that I struggle with is like getting the utility right. Like I don't really learned a lot of agents yet. I try to feel them, and I don't think my utility is good enough to be on a platinum level that I'm on. So I might be able to play like duelist on platinum level, but like controller, sentinel, and other roles, I don't really know how to play on platinum level.
Okay. And you're normally playing what controllers when you play controller? Obviously Viper. What else?
Yeah, Viper. Viper is the only controller I can play right now because I played with her for a little while.
Okay. And you just haven't tried the other ones yet? Is that what's going on, or?
I don't know, I just feel like that Viper wall is just you place it on the beginning of the round and then you don't really have to just worry about your utility anymore. I mean,
Oh,
oh,
okay.
of course the molly and the smoke is there, but like you place it when you plant, so
Okay. So that makes a lot more sense. The one thing I was going to say is that if there's any map that Viper should not play on, it's Haven. Do you know why that is? Do you know why
no,
that
not
is?
really.
Okay.
No.
Think of it like this. If you were to take the map bare bones, and there was no person having any utility, it's just gunfight for gunfight, okay?
Yeah.
What side is more advantageous to play on?
I think defender.
No. No. I think you feel this way because maybe you've had some experience in the past where people don't know how to attack properly. So being in a lower rank, gold, silver, platinum, all that stuff, you're probably not seeing the map being played properly or they're doing something completely off. But think of it this way, okay? What if you were to go left to right, if we were to put numbers on the map, being where people play? Where do people
Yeah.
play normally?
I think they play on A. A is a common site that
They
they
put 5
push.
there?
I mean, in comp, yeah. In other types of gameplay like scrims, they don't. Or like pro play, they don't put 5. They are trying to get some space on C and B2. Like they are trying to look in garage. For example, the Killjoy setup is very well known in garage.
Okay, so including this game, they do not put 5 on A. What they do is they put 1 towards C, 1 towards garage, 1 towards B, and then 2 towards A. Usually 1 towards here and 1 towards here. In Platinum, they will do
Yeah.
that all the time. This is their setup, okay?
This is a
1, 1,
gold
1, 2.
game. Just so you know, this is a
Okay.
gold game. It's pretty old.
If they
actually.
were on Diamond, they would still do the same thing,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
If they're on Ascendant, they'll still do the same thing. Immortal, they might decide to change things, okay? But
Understood.
they're pretty much always going to be the same thing, right? So that being said, 1, 1, 1, 2. Usually what's going to happen, okay? So that being said, how many entryways are there into the bomb sites?
On C, you have 2 entries from garage and from long.
Okay, so long and garage, that's 2. What about B? How many entryways?
You can go garage to be like the link, and you can go main. I feel like.
Okay, so you have another one here. So we have 1, 2, 3 entryways into it, okay? Anything else?
Yeah.
What about A site? How many entryways into the bomb sites?
You can go short and long.
Short and long. Cool. So we have 1 here and we have 1 here. We can say like here and here. Okay. So if there are 5 ways to get into the bomb site and there's only 5 players on our team, what do we have to do generally? Let's just say we're doing a general defense. We had to cover all the entryways, right? So we have to have 1
Yes.
person here, 1 person here, 1 person here, 1 person here, 1 person here. Now, generally speaking, later on, once you start getting better, someone's going to play here and cover both of these entryways for you just by looking at it. Okay. So they're going to be here, and then there will be no need for anyone being here because this guy will see this person walking by. So then that becomes a threat, right? So what would happen is if things go really well, this person holds his spot, says there's no one there, and this Phoenix goes and rotates over here. And they go like this, something like that. Or they shift over here, something like that. Okay? Because there's no need to do anything more. But that's what they're going to do, generally speaking. Okay? We're talking about platinum level. We're talking about diamond level. Later on, they'll start taking space and start flanking and start suffocating, but that's later on. Okay? So that being said, the point I'm trying to make is that if they're playing a traditional defense where everyone is separated like this, it is very offensive sided. Because let's say we put 5 people towards mid, all right, in through the garage, just for the sake of argument. This guy's going to be a disadvantageous fight, being it's like a 3v1 or whatever it is going to be, right? You can take your numbers and just attack these sites individually in isolate fights, okay? So that being said, with that in the picture, with how they're playing normally, it's very easy to see this is an attacker-sided map, okay? Considering the fact that there's 5 entryways that we can get through and past them and get into the bomb site. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Okay, perfect. So, I can't remember the original point that I was going to make, but this is attacker side. All right, I do remember now. Okay, so it's attacker side. The problem with playing Viper, because all these entryways are in our favor, when we throw a Viper wall up, let's do a Viper wall right now, okay? Let's go towards C. Where do you want to put, let's do A. Let's do A first. Where do you put your Viper wall normally?
I usually put it so it covers heaven.
Silver, could you remind me to do that one after the VOD? Because I just want to focus on this. So you wanted to go where?
To cover heaven.
Where are you going to throw it from?
From like the spawn side.
Okay, direct me.
Down, down, down. And there. Yes.
Okay, and where are you going to go?
And towards heaven.
Like this?
Yeah, like that.
Okay. Are we on a gun round here? As in, like, are we on a full buy round?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be a 5v5. They're going to have guns, and we're going to have guns. Okay?
Yes.
You are now officially making it easier to defend the A bomb site by throwing a wall like this. Okay? The reason being is you've created a threat angle, another one, another one. This one's already a threat angle. This one's already a threat angle. You're allowing for the defenders to play around this ability here to rat you out. So you've actually taken your advantage and given it back to them. Because now they can play in and around your wall to create more awkward fights for you. Which is exactly what a team who is on a disadvantageous situation wants things to go. Think of it like this. If you had nothing but pistols and the enemy team had vandals, would you, as a defender with a pistol, hold this angle against a person who's coming at you right here and hold this fight and try to win this fight with your Glock or your classic versus a vandal? Would you take this fight?
No, no, never.
No, because it's disadvantageous, right? Now, let's say that you got yourself up to here and the person swung you here. Is that fight better than the one you just saw?
Yeah, because it's an off angle.
And it's close range more than anything.
Yes.
I don't care about the off angle. The off angle definitely helps, but it's close range. So now it's more of an equalized fight. Well, what I would submit to you is that you've taken your advantage, your vandal, if you will. You throw your wall. You create a whole bunch of nasty close range angles, which is what they want, right? We now have to get through this wall, all that good stuff. We have to get through here, all this crap, okay? And we've given them opportunities now to find ugly equalizer fights when they're at a disadvantage. That's the problem with Viper. Can you make it work? Absolutely. I think you can. But it makes it ugly, no matter where you go. Because our goal here, when we're taking space, let's say we throw a wall like this, for example, we now have half of the site that they can fully take and retake from, where we have to do something to get through this utility to be able to take that space again, right? So
Yes.
it's a very complicated character to play on Haven altogether. You're much better off with an Omen. You could get away with an Astra as well. Astra's good. Okay. Brimstone can work. Harbor could work to a degree. It's a little bit rough. But those are your big ones. Those are your big three, I would say, out of all your controllers. Okay? So going into this round, going into this game, you're already at a disadvantage to a degree. I know why you're doing it because it's simple. But I would recommend that you challenge yourself right now. Hey, Worthy, it's that same thing that happens when you do a icebox animal. Different situation again. Different situation. You're trying to get me. You're trying to gotcha me. You're trying to gotcha me. Here's the difference. In Icebox, okay, who is more likely to win rounds? Defenders or attackers? Who's more likely to win rounds?
I think it's an attack side map.
It's not attack? It's not attack?
And defense.
It's more defenders or attackers? What do you think? Defenders.
I think defenders, yes.
Okay. So by my logic then, we want to take more ugly fights on offense, right? So throwing a wall like this is going to create ugly fights. If we had an innate advantage on the map, why would we want to take ugly fights? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I'm going on to Haven and I have all the advantage and I'm throwing a wall like this, I'm creating ugly fights for myself. I'm making my life harder. Right?
Right, yes.
That is the point I'm trying to make. There's someone in chat who's disagreeing with me on my walls.
I understand.
Listen, the other walls can work, Sinister. The other walls can work. I'm not saying it can't work. If you've got a plan and you want to execute it, totally fine. Right? Where's the wall, Viper wall, Tiger at? Yeah, exactly. Tiger's got all the Viper walls. Tiger's got all the Viper walls. So yeah, you're already at a disadvantage on the situation. Okay. Game sense. You give me a general game sense. What does game sense mean to you exactly? What is it that's holding back?
Did they see it?
I think it's that guessing where could the enemy be. Like,
Raison.
what play are they making? Like, how are they going to react? I don't really know. And I
They're on spike again.
I really struggle with autopiloting too.
Okay, and that's the
So
usual thing.
I just find myself, I don't know, just running around the map doing default things that are maybe even not good at all, and I don't know, I'm just dying over and over again.
Mm.
Just zoned out, running forward.
Okay. We'll see if we can find some examples of that where it happens. So let's go into this one, the first one here. Yeah, there's less entryways into the bomb sites. That's how you know it's attackers or defenders. Set a map, generally speaking. Cool. So first round, we're gonna break this down one round at a time. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about some tech stuff. So you already have shooting error on, which is great. I think that's a very important thing to have on. If you don't
Yeah,
already
I
have
heard
it on,
that.
chat. If you don't already have it on, chat, this is a statistic thing that you can put on. Set it to graph. It's really good for reflection on the round, not for like, oh, I missed these shots while I'm fighting someone. You don't look at that while you're fighting someone. You look at it afterwards to be able to give yourself extreme accountability for why you do things wrong. Okay. Now, in this situation, I want you to look at your screen, and can you see if there's anything that's completely off right now that might be hurting us in terms of getting information?
Crosshair placement? I don't know.
No. Crosshair placement's not for information. It's a minimap.
Oh, minimap.
Yeah.
It's on. It's not on fixed, maybe.
Yeah, it's not fixed on the middle of the map, right? Now, there's some
Yeah.
coaches that will say, no, you should have it fixed yourself, but I'm going to overrule them on that one. And this one I will not back down on. Doesn't make any sense to me. You should be able to see the entire map the entire time. Okay. So I would have it fixed
Right.
onto the center of the map, not onto your character. This is an easy switch. The reason why you do this, first and foremost, regardless of your role, but I would say it's even more so emphasized on your role, being a controller. Okay? You need to see information everywhere because you're going to be making most of the comms and most of the calls for strategy.
Yeah.
So, if on defense, for example, you're playing A and you can't see what's going on over in C, well, then all of a sudden, you're not going to know how to react, how to throw your walls, how to throw your orbs, where you should be throwing your lineups for your snake bites, all that good stuff. You have no information. And how often do you play ranked matches where the communications are like a 0 out of 10, no one's saying anything?
So it could work for us too.
It's pretty common.
We just
Very
need to
common. So you need to be able to empower yourself with information. The best way to do that is by seeing the mini map. Yogurt. Nice. Cat protocols. We use that when we actually do cat protocols though. Okay, Yogurt. All right. So the first round, being that you are the controller, generally speaking, no, you're fine, Yogurt. You can use it whenever you want. When you are the controller, you're typically the in-game leader or the strat caller. In a ranked environment, being an in-game leader is a completely different scenario than you would be if you're in a team. In your opinion, who do you think are the great pros who play controller to watch and learn from? FNS is great. Who else? Let me get back to you on that one, Sinister. Let me get back to you.
one source, one long.
Spike down A.
So, sorry, what was I saying? You want to be suggesting plays. Let me just hear what you say at the beginning here.
Are we going?
Then you're going to ask a question. We never ask questions.
What are we planning for the first round?
Never ask questions. Okay? I want you to tell people what you're going to do, and they'll play around you. Okay? Because the often problem that we end up getting is, instead of suggesting or asking for a play, I want you to just suggest a plan. Say, I'm going to do this, this, and this. What do you guys think? And then they're going to decide to go for it or not. Or they're going to give their counterpoint, right? If they give you a counterpoint, you always follow the counterpoint. Just let them be right. Okay? Even though they're wrong sometimes. Okay? So
Yeah.
that way,
Right.
you're not wasting time looking back and forth. Like, look at this. Look at this. I don't know. What are we doing?
Are we going A?
Whatever you think is good, man.
Yeah, you always get whatever you think is good. Nobody wants to take ownership of the leadership because nobody wants to be wrong, right? So what I want you to do is just suggest a play, like, hey, I'm gonna Viper Wall this. Why don't we take A together, right? And then they'll say, oh no, I don't like that play. I think we should do this. Then you just follow what they're gonna do. You're coaxing them into giving you the idea. That way, if you got someone who's like a natural born leader or an ego guy, he can now get his fair shake and fair share of information. This is how you just basically manage people that you've never worked with, right? You make a suggestion like, hey guys, what do you think about this? I'm going to throw this, this, and this. You want to go? Right? And go from there.
Right, yeah.
Okay? Yeah, Jay says it right in chat. He says, challenge yourself to be wrong. You can only learn, right?
We just have to watch long, maybe. Because they could push that.
My quote was, lead them on, Aragorn. Lead them on. We were just watching Lord of the Rings. My girlfriend was teaching her, showing her all about Lord of the Rings, so I saw that line, and I was thinking about this moment. Lead them on. Okay?
Watch out for long.
The rest of the things that we're going to be talking about on this round is the oh shit line. So always just suggest a play. That way, at least something is set up, and you guys are kind of organized. That is the most craziest soap I've ever seen in my life. Let me see this again. That was insane. Look at this.
Reyna dead.
Oh, is it already passed? Shit, let me go back in. Watch this soap dart.
Swords. One long.
Spike down A.
This is a crazy soap dart. Bounces, bounces. Oh my god, that's insane. The fucking bounces, man. Wow.
Reyna dead.
I love your patience on this fight. This was really good. What I don't like is the communication that you do. Listen to this.
Right on 60.
Yeah, makes everyone turn. That's crazy. You're not saying anything, okay? I'm fighting the Reyna. I'm fighting the Reyna. Like, say something so that Sage isn't just staring into a wall. Neon's like hiding like a scared person. There should be swinging with you. Communicate your actions. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Okay. Communicate your actions so you can empower people around you to start making the right
Should we
plays.
rotate? I think we should. Where's the flanks?
Okay. Are you safe right now?
Not really, because someone can peek from C long if they pushed up.
Correct. Yeah. Knife is out right now. Anytime you're facing a threat line, that gun needs to be out. Okay.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Let's just straight go to C.
How do you know there's nobody here?
I don't.
Okay. Let's keep going.
An orb.
How do you know nobody's here?
I don't.
You must be like a prophet, like you can see the future or something, or maybe there's a script on the floor and you read the script and the script says there's no one going to be on C long. I don't know, but I'm clearly missing something here. There's no way.
That was kind of dumb.
There's no way you should feel safe at all in this moment. There should be a level of anxiety because we have no clearing of any of that area or that section of the map. But we're working under an assumption that we're totally okay, and that's a dangerous place to be.
Did they see you? Raise on spike.
Last player standing.
Oh.
You're pretty well done for. The problem that came in this point was here. Clear this out, but you need to clear it out harder. The reason being is we're in a 3v4 situation. We need to generate fights. We need to generate a frag that will make this a 3v3 as quickly as possible. So you clearing this out is fine, but as soon as it's cleared, you run back. Because we need to be defending the bomb or looking for a fight to even this out. So this is those number situations you were talking about at the beginning. You're saying I don't know how to react to certain things. We're now waiting for people. And that's exactly where they want to be because they're going to retake with numbers here. They're going to smoke things off like they just did right now. Just run up. Fight. You had to fight. We're in a lower percentage chance of winning this round. Fight, fight, fight. Don't wait for them. Fight them.
Raise on spike.
It's already too late at this point.
Last player standing.
Okay.
Oh, unlucky.
They're going to have numbers. They're going to overwhelm the bomb site. Someone's going to get on it, and then they're going to have the other guys fighting you. Okay, so anytime you are down numbers, we need to be aggressive initially to try to even out the odds. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So down numbers, you're aggressive. Up numbers, we play passive. It's always the opposite. You don't have to make any moves if you are up numbers. They have to make all the aggressive moves.
Yeah, I heard isolating gunfights and isolating 1v1s is a good way to.
If you
even
can
out
isolate,
numbers.
yeah, if you can isolate, that is definitely ideal. But sometimes you have to make a play, which doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be isolating a fight,
Long now.
right? You might be peeking 2 or 3 of them, getting one and getting the hell out,
Right side too.
right? But doing that under the
I mean, with
Expect-
Viper, there's a slim chance you will get out of 3 people, but still possible if they whiff.
Okay. If there are 3 people here and you are looking for a fight, if you swing out into the open, you're dead. If
Yes.
you swing with a slice the pie, pick one off as the other 2 are coming up, you can run away. This is not a logic issue. This is a slicing the pie skill issue. Right? If you're peeking 3 people into this and not individually taking a fight like that to isolate it, that is a problem. I'm not telling you to full swing 3. I'm telling you to look for a fight. Be the first one to take engagements is what I'm referring to. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, how did Neon not die and have the most money in round 2? Did you just not buy round 1? Let me see.
He's on spike.
Let's go back.
Are we going A?
Whatever you think is good, man.
So this is actually a good lesson, something about the game that you guys might not know. So
Lots of
let's see.
teams.
Neon
Should
bought
be
a ghost.
first round, so
Neon got how many frags? Let's see.
one
I think he got one.
sword. Reyna dead.
You
I
got
killed
one here.
Reyna and he killed Raze.
So in theory, he would have. Was it 400 for a ghost? If I remember correctly.
No, it's 500. It's 500.
500. So then he would have
Raze on spike.
500 bucks
Last player standing.
plus the plant money. There's 1 kill. Then he lives.
Nice shot. They're on spike again.
Does he live or die?
He lives, I think.
Does he get another kill here? He lives, so he has 400 bucks. Then he will get 1900. Okay. So you'll have, there you go. So you would have had 400. Ghost is 500. 1, 2. Bomb planted is money, which is 300 bucks. Yeah. So
That's
yeah,
cool.
so he has this much. Yeah, he still has lots of money. The reason why he doesn't get $1,000, chat, is because the bomb was planted. Everything is based around the bomb planter. So, or everything's based around the bomb in terms of the money that you receive. Okay? Regardless of if you live or not. So, if you plant the bomb, you get your full loss bonus. Okay? This is important to learn. Full loss bonus with a bomb plant.
Yeah, and on Defender, if you don't die when the spike explodes, you get less.
Yes, because you didn't go for the bomb plant. You didn't go for the defusal.
Yes.
Right? So it's all based around the plant. Now, for example, this is actually a really good lesson as well. Let's say that we don't plant the bomb around attackers. What do we get for a loss bonus? $1,000. You get $1,000. Okay? Here's where it gets really tricky. Let's say that they don't plant the bomb during the time of the round, but they plant the bomb after the round. How much money do the attackers get that lived? Did they get 1,000 or did they get the full loss bonus?
I think they get 1,000.
They get the full loss bonus because the bomb still went down. It's crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah. So even if you don't win the round and you can only live and you have the opportunity to put the bomb down, put the bomb down. you will get the bomb plant money and you'll get the full loss bonus because you still
Yeah,
planted the
and,
bomb
Alt point.
and the
as
alt
well.
point. Yeah. How much is the full loss bonus? That's a great question. Let's see if you hit tab. We're gonna break this down. Do you hit tab? There you go. Oh, you almost did.
I think we should save
That's
this.
okay.
There we go. Cool. The first round loss is 1900. Every round loss after that is plus 500. Right? So 2400 on the second, 2900 on the third. Anything
Wait,
beyond that
I
is no
think I have an issue because I don't see your marker.
you won't until you see the VOD recording afterward.
Oh, I see.
Okay?
Alright.
So you have one of two options. I either stream the screen to you and you can't hear the VOD, and see the pen, or you hear the VOD and don't see the pen.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the joys of Discord for you, unfortunately. But yeah, you will get it afterwards in the VOD. Okay?
All right.
I'm gonna throw that into my notes from now on to say that to any new student so that they fully get that understanding. Because that happens with every single student. I can't see the line. I can't see the lines. It's okay. It's not a big deal. I'm gonna explain it to you.
Where are we going
Yeah.
now?
So that's good questions there, chat. Okay. So it's all based around the bomb plants.
Alright, alright.
White Weedo, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. And I'm Greek Yogurt God. Thank you for the comment as well. And joining in on the chat.
1-7, 1-7.
Good calm.
Can you wall us, Neon?
Okay. So you wall.
2 city, 2 city. 1 heaven, 1 heaven.
These comms are much better.
Nice, Jet. Do you want
Okay. I would play back. At this point, you don't need to be up close.
Nice,
They're going to be
Jet.
looking for kind of frags
I
here. Okay.
heard less 1 city, maybe.
Yeah, you see.
Everything you do here is going to be okay. I don't think there's anything that we need to
Thank
worry
you.
about now.
Oh no. Let's just play
Okay.
it safe.
Chill. 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 All I want you to do is calm out 4v1, 4v1. No need to push. Just calm out the numbers. Okay?
Guys.
Fade's going for it. Fade's like, fuck it. Don't peek this. You play. Okay, so Fade just took all the space here. You play right here. You play right in this spot. Right over here. Okay? The reason for that, for them to shoot you, he has to jump up. That's going to give you a natural advantage. If you're peeking this one little sliver angle, he could swing into you and shoot you in the head. Okay? Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, it does.
Make him jump into you. This is it. You're running an awful risk here. You're running an awful risk. You don't need to peek this. And we want him to live here too, because he'll only get $1,000. So we don't need to kill him. Did the fade clear towards B in Link? If he dies from that, he'll be fine. His round will win. He'll win
Let's
that.
fall by.
You want that?
And again, you weren't there for that heated. He's in heaven the entire way through. We know he's there because of this. Right? He just killed someone in heaven. All right, let me go back a little bit further.
Do you want? Nice, Jet. Do you want the ace?
We hear him in heaven. He's shooting.
Nice, Jet. I heard less 1 city, maybe.
Yeah, you see.
Thank you.
Jet dies, so we know where he is. So, unless he's got hacks heated, he's not going to be here. He's not teleporting around the map, so we're fine. Welcome into the stream, heated.
Let's fall by.
All right, Pecan contact comms. So you're in plat. Hang on, I gotta make sure I change this as well. You're in plat, right? Did I change it already? I did. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, the WOD is not plat, but I am in plat.
Okay,
now.
no worries. Pam here, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in.
You want that?
we
Okay.
gonna see this round?
Peaking on contact. This is a very interesting conversation point because
I'm going
in
to wall off
Platinum,
the CT and the
we're still
carry
in what I call
sides.
low rank, and people don't react the way you want them to react normally.
This time we went to
So if you were to say something like peak on my contact, which is something that we would do in a higher rank, people in that rank understand what it is that you're trying to do and will be able to play off you. The problem is when you're playing in this rank or this lobby, you're not getting the most desirable audience. And if there's one thing I learned in school is that you must always present to the audience that you're presenting to, right? What's your intended audience? In this case, in Platinum, I want you to think of them all as babies at the game. They don't understand a lot of things. We got to guide them a little bit. Confirm or deny? You feel you have to guide people on this rank?
Yeah,
Frog,
we
are you
have to
there?
guide them.
Yeah,
We have to
definitely.
guide them, yes.
Definitely, right? So what I would recommend is you need to appeal to this audience. The one thing that is so important to pretty much everyone in ranked is what? What do you think is the most important thing? Kills.
Scoreboard.
Exactly. When you appeal to someone's needs or something that they really want to have, they will pay more attention. So instead of saying peek on my contact, what you should be saying is bait me for a kill. And as soon as they hear that, they go, oh, I like that idea. That's great. Right? So you can get people to respond better to you by the words that you say. So often do I go on TikTok and I'll make a strat, for example. I'll say the B take, right? That I did yesterday or the day before. And someone's like, oh yeah, this would work at a high rank, but in low rank it wouldn't work. Okay, listen. How are you talking to them? How are you talking to the people that you're setting this up for? You know, what are the words that you're saying? Because I guarantee you it's not the way you should be saying it. You have to appeal to the audience that's around you. So in this case, bait me for a kill. Let's watch this round out.
push it up. One's backside here.
It's a quiet VOD.
Nice jet. Let's go in, let's go in.
Just a little bit of a paint the picture problem here. So what happens here is that we get a bunch of kills towards B and C. So naturally people are going to start rotating over. You probably have one in B that Jet's about to fight. Maybe one in CT. And there's got to be one that's close, which is KJ. I'm guessing she's probably in this area because of your wall. This is how you can get really ugly fights going, is they can play around your wall again. We talked about this. So this is where they probably are. There you go. Boom. Jets saw one. There's going to be one more CT rotating to Jet's left. There's your Killjoy. There'll be another one right around here probably.
One logs,
I
maybe.
don't have heal.
Okay, so now we're in a 4v2. You should immediately calm the numbers, okay? Your eyes are of any character or any agent really with controller roles in mind. You are least on your crosshair compared to any other agent. You should be flexing your eyes around the kill feed, the scoreboard at the top, and the mini map. Okay, this is where your eyes are going to be a lot of the time because you're generating information for your team to work off of. What should you be communicating in this moment?
Yeah, I should be communicating that it's 4v2 and that we have 2-person low.
Yeah.
And
So-
they should play for maybe the playmaker position because they can get us info with their lives.
They could. I want them to live in the situation. So what I sometimes will say is play like it's 2v2. 2 people lit, 2 people lit. 4v2, 4v2. Like repeat these things at least twice to get these guys on the same page. Okay? You're playing in this spot.
That's another thing I struggle with, that I don't really look around like the map or just the characters that we have or the enemy team has.
Right.
Like I just concentrate on aim and my utility only, and movement.
Okay. Well, this role requires you to do more than just that. Right? You have the grassroots right now, which is great, but now you need to start expanding because that's what pros do. Pros take all this information in. So your goal is to be pro, right?
Yeah, it is.
So let's get this under control, okay? Here's how you do it. Have you ever heard me talk about the driver's protocol before?
No.
Okay, driver's protocol. Very standard. When you're driving a car, your eyes are going to be generally towards the windshield, correct?
Yes, correct.
Looking straight in front of you. Your crosshair is your windshield. You have a side view mirror to your right. You have a side view mirror to your left. You have a rear view mirror to the top of your screen. So up here, rear view mirror, side view mirror, your kill feed, and your side view mirror on the left hand side. A13, I expect to see both those teams in Masters Tokyo. Who are we talking about there? Fred just said something. Sorry. Fred, someone said something in chat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I'm taking some water in because my throat is dry. All right, so as I was saying, direct mirror or the windshield is where your crosshair is. And now when you're driving the car, you occasionally will check for information, correct? You'll check your mirrors and see what people are around you.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. So what I would recommend you do is you flick your eyes to the kill feed anytime a gunfight happens to figure out the result of that gunfight. From there, you would now look up to the top of your screen, and that will give you information as to the number situation. From there, you'll look at the minimap to see where the fight happened. Then you'll look right back down into your crosshair.
Yeah, I think this is where it all connects because, like, you know, I have anxiety where the enemy team could be because I don't really know where they could play and how they will react. That's why I don't really look around and just look on my crosshairs so I don't get shot and die.
You're going to have to die a lot in order
Yeah,
to
I
get
know.
you over this. You have to die a lot in order to get over this. Because in this point right now, where you're at, you have zero threat. There's nobody who can shoot you. They don't know you're there. You're totally fine. Okay? So you
I
should be
mean,
free.
As far as I know, we don't know Ray's position.
I
so
know.
He could be flanking.
I know. Okay? I know because at the beginning of every round, I have a mental projection of where people are going to be. This is an important piece. Okay? Where do people play on this map?
1C, 1 garage, 1B, 2A.
Cool. We're going with 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay? Let's start from the beginning of the round. This is an important piece for you. Okay? At the beginning of every round, I want you to have a mental projection of where you think people are going to play. So we're going to say that's the case. Let's watch this.
This time we went to push it up.
One left side
here.
C. Now he called out 3 or 4 of us, so people are going to start shifting over. So we're going to have probably 2 towards C, 1 towards garage, 1 towards B, 1 towards A. Okay?
Yes.
1 down A, or sorry, 1 down C. Omen's still back left. Omen down, 2 down C. We don't have anyone dead garage, so that person's probably in this area. These people have been communicating what's going on, so there's 1 rotated over to here. 1 probably rotated over to B at this point. Okay? I'm doing all these things in my head as it's happening. So I know all the timings. KJ could be really close to me. That's why these things are popping out. So that one's really close. There's probably 1 on B right now and 1 in CT. There's a Killjoy. I'm taking under a balance of probabilities. Here's the 2 options. Probably not B, because my jet would have taken contact with them. High chance CT, lower chance flank. That's where Raze is going to be. Let's see if I'm right.
Yeah.
Which was
And the low chance is because it's lowy low and they are afraid of flanking. Or-
Yeah. Yes. You only have one thing you need to look at. Here's the worst case scenario. Let's say Raze peeks out on you and kills you. Fade picks you up. It's not a big deal. Your eyes can be more free here to look around.
Down.
I see.
And it takes 2 seconds for you to flick your eyes to your mirrors, just like you would when you're driving, right? You're not staring at your minimap. You just flick your eyes and be like, okay, this is what's happening, right? I don't expect this to be perfect. It'll take a lot of time to get better at this, but it's going to be a painful process as well.
Pushing.
Okay, Raze's garage. KJ here. We know where both of them are. You're totally safe to look wherever you want now.
One's pushing city. One's pushing city.
Okay, so what you communicate to your Fade here is Fade, can you go here and fire a couple shots for me to bait for me? Or Fade, peek on my contact. So as soon as someone comes here, peek out as they're fighting me and kill them. Okay? What you need to say in this elo, because it's lower, is say, Fade, bait me for a kill. Bait me for a kill, right? Just go back to Ascendant. Way to go, Moo Moo. Congratulations. No problem. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
One city.
One enemy.
Beautiful. We know where the last one
Garage,
was. You can just fall back to the double stack. Okay?
Not
Good.
Well played.
Now, if you're going to do this play, communicate that you're doing it so your Fade can get closer and trade you.
nice,
Does that make
nice,
sense?
Yeah, it does, but I think I didn't communicate it because I was like so focused on where could they be and my aim should be perfect that I didn't really focus on communication.
Okay. We can go to any pro VOD. You want to be pro, right?
Yes.
You can go to any pro VOD. Pick any single one of them. They're able to communicate and fight at the same time. You need to be good at this. This is a necessity for you. So what I'm going to recommend you do, you go into a death match, you press your push to talk key while you're fighting. So you're able to communicate and work on this multitask. This is a non-negotiable for you. Okay? Because that's what you
Correct.
necessarily need. Where's your push to talk key?
It's V,
What finger do you use?
thumb.
Good answer. If you used index finger, I would have said, nope, we're changing that right now. Okay?
No, I would definitely just have joint pain. Like, I don't know, how could I use index finger?
Well, you can't, it's not even the joint pain I'm worried about. You can't press D when you're pressing V. So you lose all your movement.
I would just break my finger every time, basically.
So yeah, you need to be able to calm and fight at the same time. Right? Have you seen a higher level comp? Comms?
Yeah. I watched you.
You watched mine? Okay.
Like Sentinels and Fnatic.
Have
From
you-
the VCT lock-in. I watched their comms.
Have you seen mine?
Not yet.
Okay, I'll quickly do this. What is that? Oh, it's a drink. Okay. Interesting.
Lemonade.
Lemonade.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just show you this one. I show this one all the time on chat, on stream. I should do another one at some point. Yeah. This Radiant Scrim footage will show you how important it is to do action comms. Action comms are quite simply what you're seeing, what you're doing, when you're doing it, and how you're peeking. If you do this and master it, it will definitely help you rank up. I'm watching across on the stairs.
Should maybe knife spawn where they retake.
I can't.
Another one spawn, okay.
One more spawn.
All spawn, all spawn.
Two spawn.
Playing close.
One more.
2v1, 2v1.
She's there.
I'm knifing it.
Where they contact.
I'm going lane.
He's still there.
Peeking off you.
He's not in yet. 3, 2, 1, swinging.
Nice.
I'm playing logs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up there.
I'm gonna play crossstairs.
I might die in a second.
Going one.
They know I'm here.
I'm with you.
I peek out my turret for CT.
Flushing and peeking.
Okay.
Flushing again.
Remaining.
Flushing again. Flushing again. Flushing again. Left side. Left side. Left side. Hurt.
Peeking.
Now, I've been playing this shit for 20 years, so I don't expect it to be like that right away, right? But you can see there's a lot of room for growth for you
You
in this
came
area,
from
right?
Counter-Strike?
Yep. Counter-Strike and other games.
And you were pro in that
Nope.
game?
No, it's not pro in Counter-Strike. I never got paid
I see.
massively. I went into a bunch of tournaments, won a few tournaments, but nothing very crazy. Most of my stuff came from free-to-play shooters that were way before Valorant and Counter-Strike ever became free-to-play. So they're all like Korean and Chinese shooters.
Oh no.
So I learned all the stuff from those games. They're all clones of CS.
Oh,
Rolling
understandable.
for A.
Yeah. But I have plenty of gameplay footage of me playing with some of the pros that you see in Valorant right now. So
For
I was up there. Baby Bay, for example.
Oh,
Yeah, from
he's
FaZe Clan.
goat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I competed against him for years in a game called Crossfire.
Crossfire.
Yeah.
Is
And
that a Chinese or Asian game?
That one
Okay.
I think is Chinese. I think it's Chinese. It is an Asian game. Yeah, I played in a bunch of Asian games. Basically, I played Soldier Front 2, Combat Arms, Crossfire, AVA, Arctic Combat. What else did I play? There's this game called MAT, and we played for like 2 days. It was weird. There's a whole bunch of them, and they're all clones of Counter Strike, Asian based games. But honestly, I felt like they were better games than Counter Strike ever was. This is the problem I'm talking about. Okay, when you
Yeah.
place a Viper wall up, you create a whole bunch of new angles and make it incredibly difficult for you to take sight, especially against a round where they're on a bonus or an eco, right? So this is where the disadvantage of having a Viper comes in. Now, if you can make it, you can change it around to be able to fit against guys that are going to be doing stuff like this, then if you can make it work, great. But I would need to see it for it to make sense. But you're going to be running into this kind of issue all the time if you're running Viper on this map. Okay. Now, the big thing to learn about here, more than anything, is not just that point. But what you need to do is at the beginning of every round, you press tab. And when you press tab, you should be looking for some key things on your scoreboard to give you an idea of what's going to come or what's going to happen on this round. Okay? So let's take a look at the mini-map. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. And let's do an assessment, a scoreboard assessment. What do we need to worry about this round?
It's an eco round, definitely, because they don't have money.
Yeah, they're on low money. So good chance of an eco. Love that. Perfect. What else?
They don't have ults, so we don't have to look out for that.
Yeah, don't have to worry about that. Cool.
Maybe Reyna could get a kill and then ult, but yes, I think maybe that Jet has her ult, and maybe he could drop the weapon for Neon and play for her ult.
Yeah,
But Neon
I think
has money. Or Sage, yes.
I think this whole we don't really necessarily need to worry too much about that. I think we're okay because we're gonna have a massive advantage this round. I think we're good with this. I think what our big focus here more than anything is understanding that they're on eco. That's the biggest threat.
Yes.
So how we play against an eco team will massively change versus how we play a gun round team. When you place a wall like this, you're now feeding into positioning for an eco. There's two common plays, at least in ranked, even in team play, that you will see an eco team do. Do you know what those two common plays are?
Buy armor.
Sit in corners with Shorty, or just sit in corners with Classic. Or play Sheriff and peek it.
You're thinking micro, I want you thinking macro. Okay, micro is individual plays. You need to think about the
Yeah.
big picture here. As a team, what
They are
would they
stacking
do?
aside. They are stacking
Yes,
aside.
stacking is one of them. What else did they do? Is there anything else they'll do?
Maybe they just spread across the map and play in the corners.
If
like
they decide
one
to
in
spread across the
garage
map and
corner.
play if they decide to spread across the map and play the corners, you win. That's not what you want to do on an eco.
Or play for flank.
Play for a flank. You're on the right track. You're going to play aggressive.
Yeah.
Aggressive. Okay. So if that's a flank, yep, definitely. Aggress or stack. That's right, Fred. Thank you. Jack Cole, how's it going? Thank you so much for the follow. Aggressive or stack. So in these situations, the information gatherer agent is so important to figure out if they're stacking certain sites so we can decide where we're going to go. Okay. Your role is securing space. The last thing you want to do is create opportunities for them to be able to play around and do things like this where they're able to rat in corners. This is supporting them more than it's supporting you. Okay?
Yeah.
This is actually hurting us. You would be better off not throwing a wall at all, which is the reason why I
Yeah.
say again, Viper's not
That's
good in these
another
situations.
aspect of my like autopiloting, because I think I threw that wall because of that. I wasn't paying attention to anything, literally. I wasn't looking at the scoreboard and everything. Like now I can tell that they're an eco, but I was not paying attention to that at all.
The other thing that's important to understand is you broke another cardinal rule here. Watch this again. And tell me what you think you did wrong here.
I pushed the smoke
Why is that wrong?
because they could be sitting in it and waiting for me with a shorty.
Do you know what the 4 rules of smokes are? Protocols? The 4 rules?
Not really. I haven't heard about those.
these are my rules. Okay. I piss a lot of people off on TikTok when I do this one, but it is what it is. They can either listen or deny it. 4 rules. The first rule is if you're against an eco, smokes are not your friend. Okay?
Yeah.
Not your friend. If you're against lower numbers, smokes are not your friend. Because they're going to use those smokes to generate ugly fights. If you are for or with lower numbers, smokes are your friend. Okay? If you are on an eco, smokes are your friend. Okay? That means in these 2 situations, you play in the smoke. In these 2 situations here, you play outside of the smoke, you stay away from them. It's that simple. Okay? There's always exceptions to every single rule. But if you go with that basic protocol, 90% of the situations you see, you're going to have a favorable result. In this situation, what's going on this round?
They are eco, so smokes are your enemies.
Correct. This play then is counterproductive to that rule, and you're running an awful risk. Okay?
Yeah, and I also heard that pushing smokes is better with like your weapon to the side, so they don't see it first.
They don't see it first. Okay, you're talking about like putting it away, so when you're walking. I mean, yes, that's an ideal
Yeah, looking to
situation.
the left or right when you push the smoke.
That's an ideal situation. I think that will help you in maybe 10% of the situations that come up. I think at the end of the day, you're gonna die if you're
Okay,
putting
so it's
when you're not supposed to.
placebo.
Yeah, it's not a placebo. It makes sense. I just don't. I think the issue is prior to that happening. You know what I mean? It's the decision to make the push into the smoke that killed you versus you looking to the left or the right. I understand where people are coming from with that. It makes sense, right? But at that point, you're probably already dead, right?
Yeah.
So another situation. This is now a smoke. You're pushing the smoke against Nico again, and you can see the results of that situation. Okay.
And also I didn't clear that corner properly.
Yeah, I don't think there's any good clear there when he has a shorty. He's laying you out, right? You have to hope for a mistake. You never want to be put into a position where you're hoping for their mistake to make something good happen. Okay?
Yeah.
You always want to be trying to play to your advantage or play to the person in the respect that they're going to be playing extremely well. So in this situation, if you think they're going to play everything perfectly and extremely well, you've walked into your death. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Always assume they're going to make the perfect play.
Let's go.
And think about how can I play against the perfect play.
Yeah, because if you prepare for the perfect play, when the person does the stupid play, you're going to shoot them in the head because you're going to be walking by. And it's like, oh, I'm clearing this because I was supposed to. Right?
Yeah. Yes.
Hold me. Walls up. One city.
Okay, when you're on these rounds, all we're trying to do is generate some sort of offense, get some sort of kill, anything like that. If you can get the bomb down, that's a win too.
Nice. My wall's down. One brain.
One long.
So you playing back here didn't make sense. I want you to follow this ult in and generate something, because all we need to do is get 1 kill here and we get value on this round. This is called bare ass minimum again. Have you heard me talk about this?
What?
Do you know what bare ass minimum is? BAM.
No.
Okay. BAM. There are going to be certain rounds in this game where you have limited chance or lower percentage chance of winning. Can you think of a round when you have a lower percentage chance of winning?
Eco.
You got it. Are we on an eco right now?
Yes, we are. Well, some of us. Because Fade and Sage both, but I am on eco.
Okay. Let's go back. Let's watch this again. Bought because he will be able to afford in the following round. Yeah, he'll be able to half buy. So he can hero buy. He shouldn't be buying this much, but he can buy. Who else bought?
Oh, Fade just got a weapon. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Fade just got a weapon. Got Fade should not be buying.
Vandals,
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
It's alright, it's alright.
Yeah, I think someone bought and then they just dropped it on the ground and they couldn't sell.
Okay.
Bro, I'm sorry.
It's alright,
Regardless,
it's alright.
this is a Nico. Okay. This is an eco. 2 people buying, being broken. That's their own business at that point. This person can buy. This person can buy. So we're good. This person can't buy in the following round. This person will be able to buy. You will be able to buy once, or it'll be a half buy. So we're broken. We're broken buying. In this situation, you're pretty much on an eco. The other team is going to have more advantage on you, money-wise. Okay.
I need 2 more and they have
So,
Viper ult.
When you are down in money, you need to make plays. I call this bare ass minimum. Okay. Our goal is to create small victories in a round like this. Okay. Can you think of a few things that would be small victories that can help us in a future round to win that round?
Trying to take weapons from them.
Frags. Killing them is one.
Yes.
There are some times when you don't want to take the gun, you want to actually keep pushing forward and kill more, right? So we don't necessarily have
yes,
to
but
keep the gun.
damaging their economy.
Correct. You got it. Okay. What else can we do?
We could get plant, which gives us more money and gives us ult points.
You got it. Yep. What else gives us ult points?
Killing.
Killing, sure. What else gives us ult points? You missed an easy one. Orbs. Okay.
Yeah, orbs.
Orbs. Collecting orbs is a really good value for us. Okay. Frags, plants, damage. Frags, plants, damage, orbs, plant. Okay. Those are like the general ones. Okay. Damage is the other one. If you shoot someone in the toe, they have to
maybe
rebuy
bait
their armor.
ult.
Baiting out ults could definitely be a good one too. There's some ults that you want to use against ecos. So that's going to happen regardless. But baiting out an ult is definitely a good one. Okay. Damage in general. Shooting someone in the foot is going to make them rebuy their armor in the following round. Okay. That's now $1,000 off their economy. That's still good. When you're down numbers, when you're in a situation with a sheriff, close range fight, you want to be trying to generate a fight. Okay. Generate something, damage them, give yourself a chance to win the round.
Nice.
Okay. Does Reyna ult count? If you can bait out a Reyna ult, that's good.
My wall's down, my wall's down. One main.
One long.
Oh no.
Okay. My argument here, which took us about 10 minutes to do, is I want you to push up and fight this.
Nice try.
Generate a close range fight, get something going. If you end up getting a kill, because technically you're in a disadvantage right now with the guns that you have, then you can automatically shift the favor of this round into ours by doing that. If you stand here in the back, kind of scared to make a move, you're probably going to get it picked off like you just did right there.
Yeah, I think I was scared because of the sheriff close range is pretty bad. And
Well,
didn't have
what guns do they have?
vandals or phantoms.
I would rather take the close range fight than the long range fight against the Vandal. Right? So
Yeah,
you
right.
just got to think about the range effectiveness. I agree. Definitely.
But there's one op,
The sheriff can be a hard thing, and say like a pistol round at close range. Right? You
Yes.
don't technically want to take that fight. But if you have a situation where they have Vandals, right? I don't want to fucking take a long range fight against the Vandal. They're going to headshot me in one
True.
shot. I have to double headshot
Yeah.
them, right?
Yes.
Play close to V4. Generally speaking, Silver, yes. Ash, how's it going? Welcome in. How are you, my friend?
Please. I'm checking garage. What is garage?
Potter's Molly forfeit because they thought
get
I'm a
healing?
smurf. What? That's weird.
Nice jet.
Why would they forfeit?
One dead.
Nice kill. What is this round? This round is... Oh yeah, calm the threats. Okay, so, beginning of the round, I want you to take extreme ownership and calm all the threats. Okay, so let's see if you hit tab first of all.
Shots.
Okay, well, you kind of did. Do you hold it any longer? You need to hold this for 10 seconds at the beginning of every round, okay?
Yeah, and checking tab is for me is just for kills.
Yeah,
Some
not anymore.
I do it in deathmatch too.
Not any fucking more, right?
Yeah.
That is the worst thing you can look at in the entire game. This is a non-negotiable for me from now on, okay? Don't want to hear that.
Yes.
KDA means absolutely fuck all. I've ranted about this several times on my TikToks. If you need any help with that, you look at any of the mental tab on your phone, go into my TikTok, go into mental. I literally talk about it in every single game. Okay? Do not look at that, because here's the problem with frags. Frags are all the past. You cannot control the frags in the past. You can only control what's happening in the future. So if you hit tab and you look at yourself and, oh, this is how I'm doing, and then you put all of your eggs into your mental basket of your performance goal in terms of your kill death ratio, more often than not, it's going to set you on a wrong path. You're going to start making silly plays to try to make more frags happen, and you're going to end up losing more rounds because of it, right? So you don't look at that at all for that stuff. You need to look at that thing for pure information that you can use. For example, the eco, we talked about that. The alt economy, the round win-loss, right? All of that stuff is super important. Because another piece that's important in the buy phase is communicating the threats to your team as to what you need to worry about. So we go back and we look at when you flicked this really quickly. Let's see what happened here.
Nice try.
That's right.
Ping 2, yes. Silver Legend, thank you. Ping is also another thing you want to look at. It's coming like right now. There. Cool. Let's look at this. What do we need to worry about this round? From the enemy
Killjoy
team.
ult for retake, Reyna ult maybe for aggressive play on A long, or C, because we saw Reyna play on both sides. And potentially a Raze ult if they get an orb.
How's it going, Jolly? Silver, I'll answer that question in a second. Okay. Yes, Raze ult. Very good. They might fight for an orb here. Definitely. That's a
Yes.
possibility. I think this is more obvious when it's like a chamber going for an ult, or if it's a jet going for an ult. They'll definitely try to go for the orb. And then you can challenge for that orb and make it
Yeah,
harder
I
for them.
think Raze players are kind of afraid to use their ult because it's kind of hard to use it, because everyone just hides
Yeah.
when they hear the voice line.
Yeah, exactly. And that could be used to your advantage if you're a Raze player, because maybe you can just take a bomb site for free just by pressing your ult,
Yes.
right? I've done that.
Or just
TikTok
get a
before.
free diffuse. I saw that one video that he just pressed ult and diffused because they
Yeah.
ran away.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
And
I-
the sound of the ult just canceled the diffusion sound. or
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
diffusing sound.
Exactly. So you could definitely use that to your advantage for sure. So let's talk about breaking down the scoreboard. I done this on a TikTok long time ago, probably about 7 months ago. So I totally understand that you haven't seen this before. So this situation here is when we hit tab, you must at the beginning of every round, chat, press tab, hold it for 10 seconds, and really look at what it is that you need to look at. The most useless piece of information is KDA. Don't even fixate on that. It doesn't matter. It's all in the past. You can't control it. What does matter is our money, their money, ping, okay, ultimates on both sides, and then this part right here, which is the round win-loss share. Okay, we're on
Why
2
does
round.
ping matter? Why
I'm
does
gonna
ping
I'm
matter?
gonna answer all of that and bringing it down right from left to right.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
Round win-loss share, first part. We need to know how much money we're going to make on the following round. We usually can get that answer just by seeing our minimum, so we know what it is that we can and can't do. That's an important piece. If we reset them, we win here. How much money they're going to have? They're going to have 1,900. This is going to help us understand how many rounds we're away to forcing them onto eco. When they're on eco, in theory, we win the round prior and the round in the future when they're on eco. Okay? Now the next piece is the ultimates. We need to see our threats. What's coming up? What could they fight for in terms of orbs? All that stuff. What do we need to be worried about? If we see that there is a Sylva ult, we need to worry about the drone. We learned this in the last VOD review, guys. If there's a drone, you hide from the drone. It's no different than if Raze were to pop ult. You typically are going to hide from Raze ult, right? No different here. The drone is a threat because as soon as it tags you, that could be an ultimate that they use against you, okay?
And the dart also.
The dart as well. KDA, ignore that altogether. See where their money is at? Perfect. The next thing that we should look at in terms of threats is the money. Is there anything that they can purchase with the money that they have that we need to worry about this round?
Up.
You got it. They could buy an op, okay? They have more than enough money to buy an op. So what you need to announce at the beginning of the round, potential op threat, guys, careful. Just mention it to them before the round starts. So that not only do you get yourself on the same page, but you set them up for the expectation that certain peaks could be threatened by an operator, okay? Ping, why is it important? Let's say Hypo over here is playing on the moon and he's got 1,000 ping and he's playing A. What bomb site should we hit?
C.
Fuck no. Go hit A. Hit A. He's playing at A. Let's go take full advantage of that. That guy's playing on the fucking moon. Let's go shoot his ass. It's a free kill. Okay? 100%.
I heard about like some people abusing pings, high pings, because they updated some systems in Valorant, and Americans just did that. They came to EU servers and just abused that.
Okay.
I don't know if it still exists or not.
If someone is spiking out of control, it's not an abuse of any kind of ping. That's I'm playing on the moon, my internet's fucked. I'm going to take full advantage of the guy's internet's fucked. Okay? Whatever lag spike you're talking about, or lag switching, that's a whole other situation. What is it that you're worried about with that?
I mean, it could easily get you killed. Your whole team.
How?
So.
How? How does it work? Explain it to me. I don't know.
I just remember seeing like they are skipping frames and stuff like that, but I don't really remember that well.
Their shots aren't going to register.
Yeah.
That's the only... I have to see the situation you're talking about. But if someone's playing on the moon, you take advantage of that. Right? You're
Yes.
saying avoid them. I say go straight for them. It's...
No, like I thought we are talking about Sova's ping right now, like it's 75 is kind of high, but not that
No,
high as the
no.
moon ping.
No. I'm talking like 200. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. 200
There was
is
one...
pretty bad.
There's Ferris Toxic, thank you so much for the Prime sub. That's 3 months in a row. That's awesome. We'll do the push-ups in a second. This is not high ping. I'm just saying, for the sake of argument, let's say hype is at like 1,000 ping. You go straight for hype, okay?
Yeah.
If you know hype's playing A, you go towards A.
Yeah.
Let's take A,
Yeah.
right? So that's why ping is important, okay?
I see.
I have shit.
But do
shit
I have to
internet.
check it? Do I have to check it like every round or just beginning of the game? Because like usually when someone has ass internet, then they will just fix it
Okay.
for the rest of the game, or they will have it by the beginning of the game.
Okay. I want to make this extremely clear to everyone in chat. From this point on, there is no round where you do not press tab for 10 seconds at the beginning of the round. If you have a problem with autopilot, it's because you're not taking in information. You're just playing the game to play it. Every single round, you press tab. If you see someone is on the moon and you have prior knowledge of them playing a certain spot, attack the spot. So the answer to your question is every single round. You are constantly assessing. Because if you're not assessing, you're guessing. Okay?
All right.
How to pick your agent's guide, you say? What's this? What's this, Wendler? No worries, Raptor Trooper. Doc worthy. Yeah, you have to press tab and then assess. You can do it at the beginning of the game too, but it should be every single round. Every single round. Remember how we were talking about there's an op threat on the field?
Yeah, there was.
If you calm this out, Fade might not have peaked like this. Watch how Fade peaks this. Wide swing into a long range angle. Right?
But there's
Maybe
one
they would have
off
waited
and
for
then-
you to throw an orb or something like that to get
Don't think
across. Maybe Jet would have smoked the cross for them. Shouldn't have peeked that, you said, right? Well, that's a hindsight. It's a hindsight. You didn't tell him that he should before the round started, right? And that's the important learning here. Okay.
Hey, let's rotate, please.
Is
Now
it
you
a
hate-
smart move to rotate when you see an operator?
Correct. Yes. You don't want to challenge the operator. Now, it's an even smarter move for the operator to get one pick on a certain spot, then rotate to another part of the map.
Yes.
Yeah. If I were Omen, I would be over at B right now, holding this angle. Okay?
Yeah.
Or I'd be taking the
hopping-
aggressive one. Mhm.
Hopping is exactly just so strong when you reposition, for example, with Jet or Omen TP maybe.
When you're unpredictable. Exactly.
Yes, yes.
You got to be moving. Whenever I have an operator on my team, I always consider it a 4v5 because that fifth person, the operator, is free to do whatever they want. The rest of us are in fixed positions. They float.
Yeah, but also on attack side, operator is bad. No?
Nope, it's not. It's how you're playing it that's bad. If you're opping on offense, there's a different way of playing it than you would be on defense. For example, let's say that we're operating with an Omen. What I would be doing is, in order to support my team's aggression into the site, I would be holding an angle on the left-hand side of the platform, for example. Okay? That's if we know there's someone here. Let's say, for sake of argument, this whole area is clear. What you should be doing, in difference, is holding this angle here, on this spot. You have everyone run in, and you say, I've got this spot. So now you're giving your entire team that's pathing into the site confidence to move in, knowing that this whole area is safe. You are the queen of the chessboard when you are an operator. You're the most deadliest piece. One shot, one kill. So you want to be using it in a way of gaining map control and saying to the enemy team, you're not allowed to go here anymore under fear of being punished. That's how you play an operator on offense. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Okay. My voice is so scratchy today. Wow, sorry. Anyways,
I can ult.
now if you're playing an operator like as a rifle, then yeah, it's going to be a bad decision. That's what most people do.
Like, is it a good play if you like playing on A, and you tell your team to go hit A, and then you just go C with op, and try to get one pick because you know they always pick C.
You're on offense,
Yes.
and you decide to go for a solo peek over here and get a pick.
Yes, because you know that they are always picking it aggressively.
Aggressively where?
Like behind the box, like that Radiant crate.
Here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as long as your risk versus reward is not like terrible, I would say that another situation, you can always go like this, TP cross sort of thing. If, let's say you're Omen, and then you take that angle fight while someone else is swinging. So having a teammate swing with you, so you can maximize your ability to get that pick. You don't necessarily have to go alone, right? Another thing you can do is you peek out here, you clear this entire angle, and allow your team to move up, right? Then you go to here,
Yes.
and you're constantly holding on this pathway and flank, basically, while they're all moving up this direction, up here, right? So I would say there's a lot of different ways you can do it, a lot of different plays. It's not necessarily right or wrong. It's just a matter of how you're doing it. Okay.
Yeah, I understand.
What you don't want to do is plant default here. This is not a default plant situation. We want to be planting as open as possible to long, as many sight lines as possible, because we have site control right now.
Word height. Fuck.
I agree.
One city, one city. Killjoy.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, it's a 3v1. You don't need to do anything.
Last one here.
Don't need to do anything. Don't need to force this. Just fall back. If anything, you can play long right now. You can't really play long because the bomb was planted wrong. So you've just been revealed. Okay, last
Don't
person's
peek,
B.
don't peek. She was. I mean, he was.
See, your Sage just planted in that spot, and now she's running long. This is a platinum mentality right here. This is why you plant right here. Right? You can't plant in default. Here's the rules for planting. Okay, let's go through this really quick. This is an important piece for you to learn because you will lose so many rounds not planting in the right spot. Let's go back a bit.
Can I get healing?
1 kill.
Nice shit.
Nobody killed towards C here. There's 1 down.
No shot.
I can ult. I can ult.
Okay, we know where Raze is. Raze is close. She just walled off. We now have back lane control. Okay, so one of 2 rules must be satisfied, chat, in order for you to plant open here. Okay? The rules are planting open. 2 kills on site. We only have 1. So that means we do not satisfy this rule. The other one is back lane control. So even if we only get 1 kill, but we have control of the back lane because Sage just walled that off, that means we can plant open. Okay? We don't just plant default because the reason for this is that if we just plant over here in this one spot, we can't see it from anywhere. We have to now play up into the site to defend it. If we plant open, we now have sight lines. Let's say we put it right here. Okay. You have sight lines from CT, from garage, and from long. In order for you to defend this bomb, it's a lot easier, and you don't actually play it on site at that point. You can even re-wrap if you wanted to. Re-wrap right through garage and play it from there. There's lots of options. But as soon as you go default, you decrease your chances statistically to win that post plant. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So in this situation, you can tap where you wanted to plant and say, can you plant here? Okay. You can see it from logs there as well. Yeah, absolutely you could. You can jump up onto the logs and see it from there. You're right.
Height. Fuck.
This is why it feels awkward here, because now you have to play on site, play in your ult, and play around this bomb. You don't have flexibility to move around.
Last one here.
That's why you're in between decisions right now. It's purely on your plant spot. We're gonna probably win this, right? Yeah, we're good. You should always be pressing tab whenever you don't see them making motions and see if you want to fight them or not. Like, how much money do we have versus how much money they have? I think in this situation we don't have enough money, so you don't want to chase.
Nice round, guys.
Because if you die, then it's worse for our team.
Yeah,
Right.
and also against operator, it's not that good to chase. Because he could be holding just an angle and just killing you.
If you have money and he has an operator, you go after him. Like,
Yeah,
if you can buy the
but yeah, when you don't really go for
not in this
if
situation.
you don't have money.
Not in this situation. Yeah.
Alright, alright. Careful for Omen. Yeah, he's there, he's there.
So you did it there. You said careful for Omen, but you didn't say operator threat. And then everyone swung it again, right? So just make sure that you're waking them up to the operator threat. We gotta be very specific with this.
Nice. Good shit. One dead.
One heaven.
Could be operator. Be careful. Ult, ult. Hide. Yeah, heaven still. Walls down. I'm watching behind. One behind.
Okay. We're about to break another cardinal rule here. Listen to what you're saying in this situation.
I wasn't ready. Fuck. One heaven and one short.
One enemy remaining.
Short. Reposition.
Bring them down.
You got this. Playtime.
Okay. What did we do wrong here, chat? And what did we do wrong? Started happening right around here.
And one short.
One enemy remaining.
Short.
Perfect. Short. Don't talk anymore. Let him play. I know how stressful this could be because you feel you have the right play and all that stuff, but Jelly King over here needs to make a decision on his own. Okay? He's in a 1v1 situation clutch. He's in this position. He's under a lot of stress. He needs to think for himself. Here's the problem. If you think for him, you are limiting his ability to get better at the game because he's not allowed to make his own mistakes. You're judging for him. You're doing all this work for him. So you're actually doing him a disservice. Okay?
So when he's in a clutch situation and
Do
I
not
die,
guide him.
I don't do comms.
You can calm out where the enemies are, but that is it. Okay?
Yeah, but I said short, which is just the position. I
That's
didn't
fine.
say
No.
that he should do anything.
Listen to this part.
Did I?
Oh yeah.
Reposition.
Oh, I did.
Reposition.
Oh,
Don't guide him.
yeah.
Okay? Watch what else you say.
Bring them down.
You got this. Playtime.
Okay? You were kind of inspiring him, but you still gave him a command. Playtime, right? Maybe he muted you. That could be good, right? But the problem is that he's got a thought process of what he wants to do, right? When you start interrupting that thought process with any kind of words, it completely ruins his mindset, right? I know how difficult it could be to sit there, know you have something for that person, and just have to sit there and not say anything. I've been there, right? But you are doing more harm than good by giving any kind of command. Okay? You gotta let them do their thing.
Alright,
more
so
often
all
than-
comms, no commands.
Direction comms of where the people are, no commands. Okay? Perfect.
Alright.
Think of it like this. Jelly King might not be as good a player as you. Very possible, right?
Yeah.
But at some point in time, you were at Jelly King's play skill.
Oh, we had it.
Okay?
Let's go.
Yes.
How did you get to this point? Where you're better now.
Like, I watched a lot of
Good job, guys. Good round.
like videos about Valorant on
Okay.
how to get better.
Okay?
Like, for example, your TikToks or YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
And just common sense. I don't know.
Is it possible you made mistakes and experienced different things?
Yes.
Okay?
Learning
it
from
possible-
my mistakes
What's
is another aspect. Yes.
Spike down.
For sure. Right? You have to learn through experience. All right? Truth
Yes.
through experience. Well, here's the thing. You're denying a person's natural ability to gain that experience
Guys, we gotta do something.
through the pain of
What I'm
learning
telling
it
him.
Thanks, Jet.
when you're telling him what to do. Exactly.
When was
Yes.
the
You're making him a
Netflix
worse player
play?
when you do that.
So was B.
Typically silver, yes. So Silver Legend in chat says every time you die is one mistake, right? Sometimes you need to die.
I'm watching behind.
For example, for us duelists in the chat, and everyone gets pissed off when I say this, but duelist's primary job,
One enemy
at least the entry fragger anyway, is to take space. It's not necessarily to score frags, it's to take space. If you get frags by extension, that's fantastic. But you're basically taking space.
Push
Right.
up window. Push up window.
When you're running into a site, let's say we're doing a rush, 5-man rush into the site, someone most likely is going to die on your rush. Typically, it's going to be the entry fragger. Those deaths are necessary in order for you to find a W in that round. Could we go through and would it be ideal for everyone to stay alive? Absolutely. It would be very ideal. But you're hoping for a mistake in that situation. If we're doing everything and everyone's playing perfectly, the first person in most likely is going to eat it and die. But that death is necessary. So I would argue that that is not necessarily a mistake. That is intentional. All right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also when you die from maybe the spike on defender,
Yep.
that's not a mistake.
Not necessarily a mistake. Yeah.
You will get more money, so
Is it better to die than live in eco?
yes, exactly.
Krista Jasmine is giving us the exact example. We talked about this as well, Krista. There are times when, for example, you plant the bomb, and if you planted the bomb and the bomb gets defused and you decide to live, there's no consequence there. Because even if you have a sheriff alone, you still get your full loss bonus because you planted the bomb. My sensitivity is 0.27 in game, 800 TPI. Baller Kevin. Silver, that's like situational. That's hard to say. Was there an opportunity to frag the person? I don't know. This round here, let's take a look.
Watch on the right side. Can you cover me? I'm getting the orb.
We have some more calm things, some more
One's on site.
issues that pop up. I want to go back a little bit.
Don't be too aggressive.
Okay.
One more, two more for ace.
Nice.
Okay. So I want you to listen to what you say here.
Next time, don't be too aggressive.
Okay. You may think you're being helpful here, but this is going to tilt some people in the future. Okay. I think the situation happens here where we're like 4v1 or something like that. And you're telling people not to do things.
Push up window. Push up window. City.
Also
Oh
bad.
no. Don't peek him. Don't peek him. Play it safe, guys.
Sage. Sage is throwing a big throw. Oh my god.
One more, two more for ace.
Nice.
So you say next time don't be aggressive. The problem is, right? Let's say that you're Sage. Okay, and you make this really dumb play. And you know it's a dumb play. And then someone says don't be aggressive next time. How's that person going to react? How are you going to react? More often than not.
You're gonna be defensive.
Yeah, you're creating an opportunity for a fight, right? So
Yeah, because most of the people don't like to take. I'm not
Criticisms?
finding the words. Not criticism, but take responsibility for their actions.
absolutely, yeah,
Right. He makes a mistake and then he just doesn't give a shit. And when someone tells him that he made a mistake, he just gets uncomfortable.
yeah, exactly. He doesn't want it to be.
I did. I'm sorry.
He doesn't want to be centered
Confronted.
out. Yeah, exactly.
Watch
Yeah.
short. Watch short.
So you have to let these people be wrong. Sometimes you just gotta let them be wrong. What you can do, what's in your control, is just calm the numbers. That's all. That's a good habit to get into. As you get into higher ranks,
Watch on the
people are gonna respond to that better, and you won't have to worry about this kind of silly shit.
Can you cover
Okay.
me? I'm getting
Yeah,
Still
so
happens.
I should come like 1v4 guys.
One's on site at least.
Yep. 4v1,
Mm.
4v1. Just repeat it. Twice is usually more than
for
enough.
On the right side. One on the right side. Close. Nice.
This one here, I believe, is another eco round that we probably didn't take into account. Oh yeah, this is a funny moment,
We have to
actually.
Shoot this util from Killjoy.
Let's just rotate.
Alright.
Just let's leave.
I like to rotate
I'm
here.
gonna get caught. I'm gonna get
Here's
caught. I'm
here's
gonna
the situation that comes up here, okay? So your fate is caught now. Okay? Watch what you do.
I ran away. I remember.
It's like, see you later, Fade. Have a good life, right? Like, it's like, fuck you. Why not throw an orb or throw a molly so that nobody pushes into him for a few more seconds so he can at least have a chance to live? You know what I mean? He's just like, fuck you, go die. You know what I mean? Like, you have the ability to be able to, like, at least give this guy a chance to live. And now Fade's is like, oh my god. Well, no, he came back because the guys didn't push, but, like, you totally could just molly that.
To stay alive. So,
Yeah, just stay alive. Sure, man. I'll stay alive. No problem. I love that.
I'm watching our flank.
Faye's watching it too.
One was window. Could be garage.
That was bold that you did that with a knife out.
Oh shoot.
It's the shot. That's unfortunate. Just get out of here.
yeah.
Just go into cubby. Go into cubby. Your team doesn't need long control because your jet's all the way invested into a platform, so you're fine.
One enemy remaining.
If you're worried about someone flanking like that. No. Crosshair's always here. Your team is taking care of all this stuff. You don't have to look that direction. Okay, let's move ahead. Yeah, Fred, exactly. Do you have any tips in jiggle peeking, slicing the pie, slicing the cake? Any tips? I mean, it's pretty straightforward. What sort of situations do you get into where it's trouble?
I did.
Thank you.
You tracking the arm?
I did.
So what happened to our buy this round? I think we're too busy tracking the arm.
I
What?
bought one. I bought one.
Okay. So
Viper, can you buy me?
okay.
Yeah, I bought
we-
one and I forgot to buy shield. And
Exactly. Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, Silver Lunge is like, why didn't you buy armor and orb? Yeah. What happened here?
I think I just zoned out.
You just saw the arm thing and you're like, I'm gonna trace that thing.
I had to aim train.
Don't peek mid, guys. Don't peek mid. Jet, can you give me the spike, please? Thank you.
It's funny that you mentioned you have to aim train, because in this particular round there's a problem.
One window.
Not necessarily with your aim, but you think it's with your aim. And I'm noticing it right now as I'm watching this.
Yeah,
Backed up.
the fact is that I used to change my sensitivity a lot.
They're rotating from B.
I-
You gotta go fast.
Like a few
Nice,
weeks
I'm
ago, I
planting, I'm
changed my
planting.
sensitivity in one day, like I think 5 times.
I'm planting default.
And it was crazy. I know. Now I've came to a point where I'm trying to stick with one.
Hide.
One enemy.
It's not really a sensitivity I'm worried about.
Oh my.
This one we could have planted a little bit more open for long here. Could have been against the box here and planted for open.
Where was he?
What I mean by that is
Oh
More.
my.
right here. Like right here. To the edge of this box right here. Where you're standing.
Yeah,
Close window.
Yeah, you
Um,
just said something
Where
about
was he?
aim
Where was he
training, and
last time?
yeah, that's why I.
Oh, okay. You're referring to them. Okay. So this particular round, the sensitivity wasn't necessarily the issue that I was looking at. It was more so the gunfight hygiene, like how you're actually taking a fight. And I noticed even when you were spamming the door there, you're not pulling down right, in my opinion. I'm going to see if it happens more without the game, but your burst,
You mean when I'm spraying or
when you're
the
bursting,
burst?
when you're bursting, all three of those bullets should go dead straight, pretty much. And what's happening is you're letting it kick up, which is fine if you're aiming for the neck. Yeah, that's your gunfight strategy. That's good. Loka, speaking of that, how can I find my best sensitivity? I already tried aim lab, but I struggle with my reaction time. How do you find your best sensitivity? It's all preference, guys. Like, there's nothing like... I don't think there's a science behind it that I know of. At least I haven't dived into it that deep. Okay, watch this fight.
Spike down A.
Oh my.
See, if your crosshair is jumping up that high when you're shooting, like let's do this really slow again so you can see this. If your crosshair is jumping this high, you're not pulling down enough. I can see it.
What?
Go back. Yeah, let it do its thing. Make your enemies yellow if you struggle with reaction time. Yes, that is actually a factor.
From behind
Okay,
us.
so watch this. That was a movement error, that one. Your shots in between your bursts are not slow enough. Like you're not taking your time enough between them. We want to make sure that we're strafing in and out. And every time we stand still, we shoot another burst. So I would shift at least 2 steps to the left, 2 steps to the right, then shoot again. That's one thing. Your pull down needs to be a little bit more. So what I would do is go into the practice range. Make sure you fire 3 bullets dead straight. It should be like dead straight, as straight as you possibly can. Should be bunched up very easily. Okay. As you are shooting as well. Yes, Tyler. Ole. As you are shooting, you should be able to start pulling down to the left a little bit as well,
Oh
and that will
my.
ball your next 2 shots.
That's painful to watch.
Yeah, Tyler. Yeah, Tyler. We were talking about that at the beginning. So Tyler is Tyler. You ascendant mortal? Can't remember.
Get the orb. Need one more kill.
He was saying, "Holy Viper on Haven." I'm in a favor that you can make anything work. Yeah, this was just suicide at that point. Let me see what we did here. You're trying to get out of the molly. You just got strafe out of it. Yeah. This was just not good. This was. I can't really give you feedback other than you need to have your gun out. Whenever you're facing the threat angle, it's just like the gun needs to be out. Give yourself a chance.
Nice try, guys.
Let's move in. D3 ascendant one. Okay. However, the problem is that I don't have a big area or desk, so I have to pick up my mouse a lot. Yeah, okay, so that would be more of my focus for you,
Sure.
Loka, than you working on sensitivity. You need to find a new service. You gotta start with that. Because you're giving yourself, like, no chance. Good peek. What's this one? This round's gonna be all about positioning.
Right on side B.
Oh no.
Sova go.
I need healing. I need healing.
Okay. So you might not know this, but the last 11 rounds, where have Sova and KJ been?
I believe C.
Yeah.
1 C and 1 in game.
And where's Omen been?
Towards A.
Yeah, you see them with the operator, all that stuff. So if there's these 2 have been towards C, where do you think we should go? Yeah, go ahead. A. You have numbers. Go for it. Right?
Nice fit.
If you're worried about an op, you throw an orb across, and you get down into short in the sewers, and you take A
Can you hit?
really quickly.
I don't
This
have
is mid-round stratting, right? Mid-round calls. You should have inventory on where everyone's playing, or have an idea, especially at this point. This is round 12. We've seen it a million times now. So this should be, without a doubt, an A take.
Nice. Good job.
Back left isn't clear.
Yeah, Sova was in garage, in fact.
I'm going to plant default and ult. Just wait for.
Sova and KJ are in this area, as we were literally announcing, right? So we walked into this.
Yeah. We did.
I've done it, however. The bond together is better than the good plan alone. Yeah, I agree with that, Tyler.
1 CT.
Last player
Oh.
standing.
Oh no.
It's just an awkward situation. The original mistake that happened was us going towards C. That's what caused this whole problem, right? We have to dig like seconds before any of these situations happen. The other thing too is you could be planning open again, right? Clear out backside. Make sure it's clear. Okay, if backside's clear, we open plant here.
No.
Throw an orb towards that spot.
I'm going to
Remove
plant
it.
default and ult. Just wait for me and play my ult.
Let's move ahead. Let's go to defense. See what's going on over here.
Guys, good half. 7-5 is the best.
Okay, so Viper setups. I actually made some up for you. I wonder if I've got one open here. Let's see here. What do I do? Are you able to hop on my stream really quick?
Yeah.
Okay. You do this Viper setup pretty much every single round. Okay. So you throw...
Yeah, my Viper setups are not pretty versatile because I'm just feeling that agent.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I'm sitting here having to learn the agent on Haven as well because I never play it on Haven. So I made up some that I thought could be useful for you or interesting. The one thing that we need to understand, once again, we talked about this in the beginning of the round, or beginning of the game. This is an attacker cider map, okay? What we need to do is try to find ways to equalize or try to find fights to be able to give us more of an advantage in this particular half.
Yeah.
So what I would recommend is if you're going to play Viper, which is not the most ideal agent for this, we need to be more aggressive. We need to find ways to be aggressive, okay? So your basic wall that you're throwing is something along these lines, right?
Yes.
Something like that. And then you have an orb that goes here.
Yeah,
that
that's
pops
the
up.
one way.
One way. Cool. That's fine. I don't mind you doing that every once in a while. Okay. What I want to see you do more of... Can you go on to my stream?
I'm watching it.
Oh, good. Awesome. Something like this. Okay, let me just set it up right over here so you can see it. So we got this. I literally just invented this the other day. I'm like, how could I make this a little bit more fun? So this wall right here takes away this garage angle. Okay, makes them slow down a little bit. It also allows us all this space through mid. So now if they're coming through mid, they're worried constantly about this section that we could be aggressing through, which is really good for us because this allows us to now set up for a flank play and suffocation through A. Okay. The other thing you can do is you can lurk a person right in this corner. So now they're never fully secure about middle. Okay.
Yes.
I played around with some other ideas too. Stuff like this. We're going like this direction over to here. Right? Same idea. We can now lurk out here, be aggressive on this spot. Right? Things like this might be seem a little bit off, but if you make the announcement at the beginning of the round, I'm going to throw some walls like this. Let's take mid space and let's fight them on mid. That can set up for so many plays for retaking A through a flank or retaking C through a flank. And you need to play like this when you're on defense, because if you just play traditional where we're all going across the map, well, more often than not, you're going to see like a 7-5 split, or it's not going to go well for us, right? If we're all across the map like we are right now, 1-1-1-1, right? So trying different things like this every so often, obviously you're going to do your traditional play that you want to do, your traditional setup, but try varying up the plays a little bit to make it a little bit more defender friendly. The more space and map control we have, the easier it is for us to do things. Okay. Another thing you can probably do, something along these lines, go like this, so that when they're coming up, they now have to do something with this wall. Otherwise, they can get killed from someone peeking them here, or killed from someone peeking them right here. Right? This cuts garage in half, gives us some mid space and control. We could be in here, so if they're running through this spot, they have to clear this spot out. Does that make sense? So I think a Viper on defense is actually not bad. Like you have a lot more flexibility than you do on offense. Okay, it's the offense that really kills you more than anything.
Oh, I missed it.
How's it going, Skywind? Good to see you. Welcome in. Good to have you here, my friend. Incredibly underrated on this map. How would you play her on offense, Drew? That's the only thing.
Pushing.
You got to make sure you get some value on offense.
Rotating.
Feels awesome to be here. That's great, Skywind.
Wait for us,
So
Fade,
glad.
wait for us. Oh no.
See, one of the big issues we have is that we're going to be retaking from here and you've probably seen my content about retaking from this spot as a team. It sucks. So
Yeah.
the big thing that you want to be trying to do is always getting you set up so you can flank to retake on A. Your chances of winning are much higher on that, especially in this rank, because most of the time they're not going to push through CT. They're just going to end up getting suffocated on site. Suffocation is a process of limiting their play space, right? So if you take control of A, long, and sewers, and you have control over CT, they can only play in this area. So it limits their spots where they can play. They end up getting pinched on multiple sides. Okay.
Take.
Spike planted.
Tram, thank you so much for the tier 1, my friend. 4 months. Wow.
Why is she pushing alone? I know that I'm here.
Okay. What's your intention on this round? Are you trying to win it?
No, I'm just trying to get someone, or maybe two. So
Ye-
I damage their recon and die with the bomb, so I get more money.
What are we damaging on a pistol round?
Next round, the full buy econ.
They're going to be able to full buy regardless.
Hmm.
Because they win.
Then ult
Right.
econ. So they don't kill me and don't get ult points.
Okay. 1 ult point, probably not going to kill you. I would rather you try to win the round. Okay? Just go for it.
No, it's damn well. I gotta die. Oh no. This was just dumb. I had no cover.
That was not. No, yeah, this was the pistol round. For offense with Viper, doing heavy research is so important. Each side has super strong lineups for Orb, but few people do the work to learn them. I'm guessing you already touched on keep the player centered. Yes, I did, Tyler. Yeah, we touched on that one right at the beginning.
Oh shit.
It's kind of cool that you're doing all this stuff though,
A.
because I never see Viper on Haven, right? I literally
A.
rarely ever see it. So
I don't know, I just had a phase when I started to main Viper and then I just played Viper on every map.
okay, so the other thing I would recommend you switch is do it this way. Right, if you're gonna do that, I don't think this is the best wall in the world, but something like this is probably better. Okay?
Yeah.
Because you have your orb here, so it's counterproductive to have the wall and the orb at the same time, like that. So I would say just
Yeah,
one
I
to the
just
other.
sometimes used it with like op and then a peek, and if I miss or if I get one, I just throw up my wall so they don't see me.
Yeah, I just like this one right here. Gives them less space of garage, gives them less space of mid, and they have to deal with sewers the entire time. So like, okay, now I have to worry about this spot here, this spot. I have no control over sewer, so when they come in, they're gonna take a lot more time to be able to like clear everything out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice fade.
This is the second VOD Silver
They're
Legend.
planting
Omen heaven. Sage, you good?
Okay. I like what you did there, going for the fight. That's good. The other option you had was to go back a bit. There. Dive right into the smoke. See if you can create an awkward fight. That would be the other option you had. Okay.
Yeah.
Anytime they throw a smoke, it's for you. So use it to your advantage.
Sage, you good?
How to get good mental? I mean, that's a very wide question. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. I got so many push-ups I gotta do and catch up on now. Appreciate you. Xenozoic, thank you so much for the Prime sub. It's 2 months in a row. Appreciate you, my friend. Okay, this round is going to be crosshair placement. It's our first like real example of a little bit of a rough crosshair placement. But it's more of an advanced crosshair placement thing. You always want to have your crosshair placed on the most likely threat, right? So if you were to run stats on yourself, you're like, okay, statistically or on a balance of probabilities, I'm probably seeing a fight here, or I'm seeing this or seeing that, right? I think that's a great response there, Drew Baidu.
Good job.
Sage.
Good kill.
Zed in garage. 2 more, I hear.
One mid.
As well.
This is the other problem with this wall, is that they can walk all the way up here and explode on sight with you here. So when you start playing against higher ranked players, they're going to totally abuse this space you're giving them and just like play off of it, right?
Yeah.
So I'd rather you just have the one way.
Good job.
Calm numbers, 4v2, 4v2. Same kind of
Careful with
situations.
Vandals, don't push.
See, just say the numbers. Because all of that will confuse a bunch of people. Just say the numbers. Keep it simple.
Sage, just stay back.
Yeah, see, you're trying to command. You're trying to command. Don't do that.
Away, guys, probably it's rotate.
So the way that I would say it is like, I think it's going to be A. Can you shift over towards A?
It's the mid.
I got C alone. Always good upward inflections are very important because you can avoid a lot of confrontations online. The problem is that we as humans, we communicate primarily through body language and facial structure. We can't do that in an online environment. So the immediate thought process when someone says something in language is a very poor way of communicating. It really is, right?
30 seconds left.
We assume the worst. We jump right into defensive mode right away. So having a happy upward inflection, very underrated.
Maybe the last one could be in garage.
Okay, okay. So you're right. Did you see how you were just staring at the wall?
Maybe the last one.
They could also be right here, right? They could have snuck by Sage's viewpoint there a second ago. So there was a chance they could have been in CT. So at least place your crosshair in a certain spot. There you go.
No, on B, on B. Planting.
Team A.
Good
Okay,
job.
let's move ahead.
They smoked C.
Smoke
I
C.
hear shots on C. They're pushing. Just give
Okay.
up, just give up.
Why? Okay. Why not throw a molly here?
That's a good question.
Okay. Here's your protocol. When someone throws utility, you respond with utility in kind. Okay? We don't necessarily have to do a retake every single time. Especially considering right now, where we have 2 on site, Sage can just rotate to cover garage. You guys can hold this with 2 people. So just throw a molly that slows things down, allows for people to rotate, which is what Neon's doing. We want to try to hold space. We don't necessarily have to give it up all the time. Okay?
Pushing. Just give up, just give up. Fade, just play retake.
Fade's dead. Oh wow. Should have been in.
Not done planned, guys, not done planned.
Spike planted.
And see, this is fine. It's just like, we have mollies. Why not just throw the molly there?
One long, one long.
Deny the space.
One backside, one backside.
I feel like as a community, we move to give up space so fast a lot of the time. It's like, there's so many things we can do to just hold them off a little bit longer. Because here's the thing, like, the real goal behind you on defense, like the way that you should be playing it, in my opinion, is to stall out. Yeah, reset, reset, reset. Okay, we'll talk about that in a second. Stall out the bomb timer. Stall out the timer as long as possible. So if you have utility to throw, like we didn't use our snake bite at all, right? That would have been an opportunity there. We could have totally used it just to control some space. Let's watch this fight really quick.
No.
Okay, you're moving and shooting at the beginning, which cuts you off guard. Okay, and that's what throws off the entire spray at that point. Anytime you have this mess up where you're feeling this bounce, you need more gunfights in your belt to really get this
More, I
down.
think one more.
But you'll see in a second, you'll see this bounce here.
No.
See that? When you see
Yeah.
this and your crosshairs right here, and then you got Narnia and Narnia 2 over here, just step over to the left and reset. Or step over to the right, reset. Just start the fight over again. And you should be calming to swing with you. Swing, swing. Fight, 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 fight. Right?
Oh my
Just reset that.
gosh. No.
Used a good fate.
Um,
Okay. Let's see, we got a few more rounds here.
no, I'm not even using this.
These ones are all fresh for me.
Even setting it up.
See, the effective Omen ult is crazy. Okay, we got Omen down. Now we're good. We can go back to regular positions. Oh man, this is bad.
They're
Oh, this is
planting
really
already.
bad. Okay, we have to move quick here because KJ has ult.
Two of them short, two of them short.
You should run.
Oh, this is really good for us now. God, that was a terrible ult. Holy.
Wait for the ult, wait for the ult.
Oh no, don't wait for the ult, go for it. Oh, this is a perfect time to go for it. That ult is atrocious. We could totally fight that. Okay. So we're
Jet-
going for
Jet,
it.
Come out.
You're taking, okay, so one thing that you're doing too much of, man, you're trying to take control of everyone else around you way too much, right? There's so much pressure on you when you do that. Just focus on you. You can't control them, right? You can make suggestions, that's fine, but if you're trying to, like, handhold everybody, the game's not going to be very enjoyable for you. Let's just be honest like that.
Yeah.
Why the ult with a jump peek? Tyler, I'm not sure if you've played in a while, but it's I don't think it's enough to break it anymore.
Silver 20.
Why
Unit
do
double.
I always spray?
I mean, you weren't really spraying there. Let's see.
Last player standing.
That's fine. What you did was fine. We just missed.
Silver 20.
That was fine. That's a good range to be spraying in.
This was. I just played.
Still with me, Frogger?
Yeah, I'm just kind of late at night here and
Oh.
getting
I hear ya.
tired, you know.
I hear you. Sorry about that.
No, it's alright.
What time is it for you right now?
At this point.
It's 11 p.m.
Okay. I'll move quickly. We'll do a few more rounds here and then we'll move to wrap.
One enemy remaining.
Both doesn't kill? I don't think so, Tyler. I could be wrong. Okay, we win that round. Let's move ahead.
Good job.
Let's see long.
I'm watching garage. One
Nice
left.
kill. Be very careful moving to the left after you get a kill like this, because if someone's in there, you're now isolated and you're done for. So this is a positioning thing. As soon as you get that kill, you have to move to the right. Whenever you get a kill on defense, always have the mentality of moving backwards, not forwards. I would technically consider this a forward movement because now you're moving deeper into the angle rather than more shallow. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
I think I just tried to seek cover as soon as possible, and yeah,
I hear you.
That seemed the closest.
Yeah, that was like your instantaneous reaction. What I want you to do as a protocol is say, get a kill, fall back. Get a kill, fall back.
Yeah.
And that way you'll
Yeah.
immediately know where you're supposed
When
to go.
I'm done.
Right.
One garage, one garage.
Stick and move. They know you're here. Be very careful with that positioning. They know you. They know you're here because they called you out. Yep. See, this is gonna be dangerous. This is gonna be dangerous. This is gonna be dangerous.
On me.
You don't need to keep fighting this.
Nice, good job.
30 seconds left.
Yeah,
Swinging-
I moved again.
Yeah, you moved again
And the
because you.
crosshair went to Narnia again.
I think part of it, first of all, you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself because you're trying to handhold everybody. That's going to affect things. The second thing is that you didn't calm that you're swinging this. Part of good confidence is being able to tell yourself that you're going to do something before it happens,
On me.
right? Because you're setting out a message to the universe that this is what's going to happen. You're very hesitant on this peak. So what I want you to do is say, I'm swinging B main, 3, 2, 1. You swing out, you do it, you take the fight, you're going to feel a little bit more confident because you're going to commit to it. On top of that, Eric's over here is going to start playing off of you because they know that you're doing that. They have to guess what you're doing. That's why they hesitate on this peak, right?
Nice, good job.
So if you just action calm things, it has a really good effect of just getting your mental set up and prepped for a fight. You're priming your peak, right? It's a very professional way of taking gunfights. Careful, careful, careful. Smokes are not your friend. Smokes are not your friend. Don't go into the smoke when you're up numbers.
Oh
Okay.
no, I thought it's the smoke. Oh no.
I'm surprised he didn't
Why
flash
not
and then
do
TP
that?
into it,
I can
to be honest. Move ahead a little bit more. I haven't seen any of these rounds yet, so this is all new. You can alt this and hold C alone, and then just... Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah.
They're shooting on
Steps
me.
mid.
See, see,
This
see.
could be trouble. Okay, this could be trouble.
Good job.
That's actually literally
for
how I
me.
drew. It's funny because this is how I mode it. I did Fatal Glitch's VOD review as a MO player recently, and I told him to do that exact same thing that just happened to you with the boombot, but in this case it was Wingman for him, where he bounces it away so he's able to clear out this corner and then fully swing this spot right here on you. Right? Now why did they know you were here? I missed it. Let me go back. And they're gonna check it anyway, but what is it that you did? Made some noise here, a little bit maybe.
They're shooting on
Steps
me.
mid.
See, see,
There's
see.
the... Okay, so he's throwing a nade out there to cover this angle so he can swing and clear this angle.
Good job.
Reyna dinked 140. Oh no.
That's the problem with that angle. Okay, so you get the kill. Here's the problem. You decide to move forward again instead of falling back. Retrospect, 2020 hindsight. What should you do in this situation after you get this kill?
I should put up my wall and
Yeah.
go backside.
Get the hell out of here.
Like CT, towards CT.
I'd put up a wall. If you have time, you can molly off the entrance and back the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the hell out of here. Stay alive. Live to fight another day. Take your advantage. You don't need to look for the next fight.
Good job.
Reyna dinked 140. Oh no.
Yeah, there's no reason to beat the Reyna there, so right. Why is Smoke not your friend? Because you're against an eco or you're against down numbers. If the other team is down numbers, they're going to play in those smokes and try to find ugly fights. You're just feeding into what they want you to do when you start playing in that smoke out situation.
Good shot.
They could be anywhere. Go down again.
Wait for me, Sage.
This omen sucks.
Wait for the plant. Wait for the plant.
Don't let him get the up.
This is really good if we just hold for right now, because your neon's taking so much space. Nope, not so good now.
Planting under.
Spike planted.
Good. Swing, 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 swing. Fight him, fight him, fight him, fight him.
One
No, no,
hand.
no, no, no. Don't wait. The KJ's way back here. Okay? KJ might be moving up now, but you had a 1v1 on site that you just gave up. You need to take that 1v1.
No.
Swing, swing, swing. Fight him, fight him, fight him. Fuck the dark. Fight him.
So went KJ, both of them there.
One
Fight
is
him.
long.
Fight him. Quick. Last one's long.
Remaining.
Last one is long.
See? Take the 1v1s. They're giving it to you. They're feeding this to you, man.
It's no shot.
Feeding it.
Take the up.
You're a hungry boy. Eat them. Okay, last few rounds here, and I'll let you go to bed. Nice. I love this. Play the choke. Beautiful. Play the high ground. Love it. It's all
Pretty
good.
Sure, it's a
You can start flanking then.
flank them.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. Oh, no.
Yeah.
No
that
way
was-
he waited for me here.
Yeah.
One was C long, so.
If you had a teammate peeking from behind boxes on B
Yeah,
main,
definitely
it may make sense
so-
to swing out and fight that Reyna off
Just
their
be
contact.
careful
Would you
from
agree?
the
If you're
flanks or lurks.
peeking from behind boxes on B main.
Oh my god.
On Haven?
They
What map
check
are you
the
talking about, Drew?
corner. One graffiti.
Last player standing.
Let's move ahead. This looks like it's going to be the last round, or pretty close to it. What were your top takeaways what were your top takeaways from this pod, Frogger? Top learnings.
Never play Viper again on Haven, or at least rarely,
Good job.
or learn some lineups before.
Don't push.
Maybe I got my teammates saying that I should feel less, because
Last
like
player standing.
when I play Duelist, I just top frag,
but when I feel, I just don't really feel it because I just stress too much on abilities and where should I put them? Because I don't really know the agent and I'm just trying to perform well, at least as well as I can with duelist.
Well, and I challenge you to keep doing controller stuff. Keep working on your controller. Get better with it. Make it part of your repertoire. Maybe you are a duelist by trade, right? But it's important for you to understand as a duelist how controllers play so you can maximize your potential as a duelist as well. There is a benefit for this. You're diagonal peeking all of this. Okay, they're planted.
Also, my
Good job.
takeaways are
Mhm.
looking at the scoreboard, looking at kill feed map. Map is on fixed for sure.
Yeah.
Learning how to spray correctly and not moving whilst. Or if I'm moving, then stop spraying and just go back to cover. And
Yeah.
then repeat it and reset my aim.
How about your comms?
Especially when I move. Comms, I don't control people. And I'm just telling them where they are. And setting them up for the round. Like, I'm telling them what we do, like what I do, where I will, and stuff like that.
Mhm.
They can just deny it or go with it.
The issue that I think you put a lot of strain and pressure on yourself is something that you cannot control, right? You need to understand what is within your control and what isn't. You cannot
Yeah.
physically reach through your monitor and play with their keyboard and mouse. You can't do it. But you can empower them with good information. So understanding what it is that you can and can't control is a very good piece, because there's going to be some games you just cannot win, and sometimes a moron teammate will just hold you back. It is what it is. It's one game.
Yeah.
Right? So what you
Yeah,
need to do...
think I
Mhm.
stress a lot on the wins and the RR.
Don't worry
That's
about that.
another-
It'll come. That's going to come. You just focus on the skills, right? Focus on the skills. Work on the skills. The skills will naturally pull you out of these ranks. No problem. All right? I've done this dozens of times now. We've had over 400 students on stream. And 90% success rate for the reason of just letting that stuff go. The numbers are not helping you. They're holding you back. Okay?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. What is within your control, work on that, because there's going to be some games you just cannot win. There's a rule called the 33% rule. 33% of the time, you're going to win all your games regardless of what you do. There's going to be some games where you're like, I only got 5 kills, but we ended up winning 13-0. Like, how'd that happen? It's going to happen, right? Yeah, exactly, Krista. The rank does not define you. Very, very good. There's going to be some games that you're just going to win and you're like, well, how did I win that game? There's going to be games where it's like, no matter what you do, you're going to lose. But the big key is learning that the other 33%, so if the other two are 33%, there's one more that's 33%. Those are the ones that are within your control to either lose or win. We want to be able to work on those in particular. Because if you get a 33% win rate plus the other 33%, well, you're looking at 66% win rate. That means you're going up in rank. You're ranking up. Okay?
Yeah. I don't know if Krista was here, but like, I know rank doesn't define you as a person. 1 second.
Anything good? We lost him. We lost him, chat. We lost him. He's gone. GG! I would never remember any of that.
I'm back. So
Hey, he's back. Okay, sorry.
if you want to be pro, like you gotta achieve a certain rank to at least be on the palette of these teams. Like you gotta achieve at least immortal. It does matter to
No.
some extent.
I know plenty of people that I would say that you have a decent argument in this particular game, because now VCT say if you want to be in challengers and all that stuff, you have to be immortal and all that, whatever. I get that, okay? But I know numerous pros that never had high level rank accounts that maybe had history to them. For example, back when CSGO came out, Sal Garozzo, who was one of the lead designers of Valorant, was playing on Team Dynamic, the #1 team in Counter-Strike Source. His amount of experience on Source was extremely limited, but he was able to play, and he didn't have a high rank on anything, right? And he was one of the top players. So it's not necessarily about that. There are some circumstances where it's like, it's who you know more than anything. Networking is a very important key. So you don't necessarily have to be a high rank, right?
Yeah.
When I was playing at a high level in this game, you know, scrimming Radiant level, they initially on beta put me at silver. And it's funny because I just got silver as I had finished top ranking against like Aaron of Xset. Aaron's not on Xset anymore; he's on GE, right? So it's like, like what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Every rank has a lesson that needs to be learned, and you just need to be awake to learning those lessons, and those can translate into higher level games. On top of that, we do run EU 10-mans, so join those if you want to start playing at some higher level competition. There's no restriction at that point, right?
Yeah.
The rank will take care of itself. It'll come. So don't put extra pressure on yourself. Just focus on the skills, and then it will take care of itself. Okay?
And I also have a little pressure because my teammates are like diamonds and ascendants in my team that I joined recently. So, yeah.
Not that big of a difference. Not gonna lie to you. Not that big of a difference.
Yeah, but it still feels kind of bad that, like, you know, I'm plat 1 and they are sitting in diamond. Like,
that is a story you're telling yourself. Okay? That's a story you're telling yourself. You are making this a reality by saying to yourself that I am a lower rank and therefore they're better than me. Da, 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 da. No. Okay, listen, I've seen golds outfrag radiants. Okay? I've seen it in my 10-mans. Happens. Right? I've seen immortals bottom frag in a gold lobby. Okay? It doesn't, you might have a track record, but honestly it does not translate that much. Okay? You can still be a decent player even though you're low rank. I do this in a quotations, right? So you're the only one that makes that a reality by you telling yourself stuff like that. If you make a play like this, yeah, like that play right there, what would you put on a scale?
Yeah.
That was like iron 1.
0 out of 10.
Yeah, that was an iron 1 play, right? So your goal is to make your iron 1 plays diamond plays. Okay, let's make a diamond play, or at least make that a silver play, right?
Yeah.
Cut the variance down. Awesome, my friend. I gotta move on to my next one, but I'm hoping that you got. I hope you got that enough out of that one. There's quite a bit of learnings. I'm gonna be giving you the VOD afterward and all the notes that I have. If you have any questions, feel free to fire away at any point in time. Okay.
All right.
Awesome. Excellent work, my friend. Great job today.
You're great, man.
Take care, my friend.
Have a nice stream. Hello, guys.
Thank you. All right, we have Akame next. Akame. Let me get Akame in here. That's not you. Shit. Did it again. Akame. All right, where are you, Akame? There we go. Perfect. Let's give Akame a call. Thanks for being so active in chat, by the way, Silver. Appreciate you. And everyone else who's sticking around and chatting as well. Appreciate you. Oh, whoops. Whoops, what? Whoops, what? There you are. Hey, what's going on?
Oh, I had streamer mode on, so I didn't hear the call.
Oh, okay. No worries. No worries. We're here now. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Living the dream as always. I just finished 2, so now you're my 3rd one for today. Yeah. So we're on the road. We're on the road. There you are. Everyone else here.
I hate this VOD so much.
Why?
Why didn't you look away from Mario? Reflect. Just felt hopeless.
Felt
I
hopeless.
don't know. I felt like our team our team was not coordinating at all. I was playing with our Gecko.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just felt like we couldn't do anything right.
Mm-hmm. Zyla is pretty cracked from what I was seeing.
He is. Yeah, no, he's really good. His Gecko ult near the end of the VOD is really great. I've been given permission to flame him for it.
Okay, well, we'll take a look at that. So, tell us a little bit about yourself. How long you've been playing for? What do you feel you struggle with, and what are your goals?
So I've been playing for about
How's it going,
I'd say
Stanley? Good to
2
see you.
years now.
2 years, okay.
Yeah, I think it's nearing 2 years. At least I hope. My level's too high for it to not be 2 years, to be honest. I definitely feel like I struggle with my positioning. I'm very inconsistent. My aim is not my strong part. I try to pay more attention to my game sense, and I'm really good about calming usually, things like that, because I know like I'm not that good at my aim. That's why I don't play duelist. I love playing, like, I'm a controller main. Occasionally I play Sky, I'll play Sentinel, but mostly I play controller because I'm able to like set things up for my teammates and I'm able to communicate that, and that's why I enjoy doing it. I play a lot of Astra, but I feel like lately in the aim duels that I am getting into, I'm just struggling. Some people like I've talked to, it's my positioning, the way I'm peeking. I got into a bad habit of shifting while I was peeking, so I was just giving away my peeker's advantage entirely.
Yeah.
My goals right now, I'm currently an Ascendant. I'm nearing the stance of Hardstuck. I've been Ascendant for 3 acts now.